That said, we got an audience watching now.
Hello, everybody.
I need to shut up and let y'all get to another song for a moment here. Andrew Scotchie's here in Studio B today. And what's your next song?
This is called Note to Self, and it's dedicated to all the overthinkers out there. Myself being one of them.
Me too.
I think too much about this and that. I even use it as a crutch. I wanna feel weightless, like I was 17, and I didn't know what life would bring or how it would break my heart. Shout it out loud if you're lonesome, and if the miles under your feet don't have their day. I've tasted the salt with the sugar. I live my life in my own rebellistic way. I think too much about you and him. I even use it as a crutch. One day, well, I might just call you a friend. Baby, hate me until then. That's all you know. Shout it out loud if you're lonesome, and if the miles under your feet don't have their day. I've tasted the salt with the sugar. I live my life in my own rebellistic way, yeah. Shout it out loud if you're lonesome, and if the miles under your feet don't have their day. I've tasted the salt with the sugar. I live my life in my own rebellistic way, yeah. I live my life in my own rebellistic way, yeah. I'm living my life in my own rebellistic way.
Live in Studio B, Andrew Scotchie, the new album Love Is Enough and Note to Self. I got to say, that's been one of my faves. I played it yesterday in promoting the performance today.
Thank you.
Is that coming out of some personal type experiences that you can, or maybe you don't want to get into?
Oh, absolutely. No, it comes out of having a decent dash of OCD and PTSD, and recovering from a very hard thing. My dad was murdered in 2008 in West Asheville, and recovering from that it's still an ongoing process. It's been 15 years. And because he was the one that got me into music in the first place, and really took me to all the shows and everything, and bought me some of the gear that I still have. Mm-hmm. But that song is really about getting in a spiral. Mentally. I was talking to a friend yesterday about this, like how we can just wear an idea out in our head and just beat ourselves, senselessly. and be really hard on ourselves about either a decision, a thought, an action. And I had the line, I think too much, and I would just kind of say it jokingly. And I remember I tried it out in a few different versions, and then one day that chord section just kind of came. I don't really remember consciously doing it. It just kind of happened, and I was like, that's the progression right there. And that one I hope can be anthemic for anybody that struggles with any kind of mental health, no matter what it is, because that's one of the greatest things we have in music is healing powers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, and that's what it's done for me. I want to spread that with everything I do, whether it be love or just understanding and sympathy. You know, music has been there for me in that way, so therefore I want to pay that forward.
Yeah, cool. That's no surprise why that song's relatable to me, and I'm sure to a lot of other people as well. You've been playing out in Asheville for over a decade. When did you first start? And is Asheville where you started playing live?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, I was in a middle school band, you know, and we were the hottest middle school band out there. We were so hot. Called Rightful Intentions, and that was like my first exposure to playing out. I mean, I remember we played Leaf. We got the opportunity to play Leaf, and that was totally life changing. And that's where that was my first exposure to like really working at the art and spending time on rehearsing and recording and promoting. And then after my dad passed, I played in a power duo with my uncle Paul. And we were called Big Worm. And it was around that same time that I started a backyard bash called Barnaroo. And that came to be because my dad left behind a barn, and the horses that we had, they got moved to his mother's place out in Barnesville. So we had an empty barn sitting there, and a couple late night jams broke out, and then eventually became a monthly kind of thing. And that's where a lot of me and my friends kind of crafted our songs and crafted our stage antics and our energy. And that was about the same time the River Rats came to be, about 2010, 2011. And I remember I graduated from early college, Buncombe County Early College, in 2012, and I wanted to go to college. I was like, that's what you do, right? That's what you're supposed to do, and, you know. And I did, and it was miserable, and I hated it.
Sorry.
And because I wanted to be playing the whole time. I wanted to be playing. I was in the computer lab sending booking emails. You know, I wasn't focused on, I was focused on starting a business and, you know, getting my songs out there. And so we put our first album out in 2012, and then 2015 put out We All Stay Hungry, 2018 Family Dynamo, and it's been touring around. Didn't really start to hit a lot of hit more of the country, especially out west, until 2019. And do a couple shows in Asheville. You know, as much as we can. There's a lot going on, so I don't want to saturate it or anything.
Right.
And try to make each show really special.
You had your album release this past Saturday, right, at Asheville Music Hall?
Yeah.
How did it go? Good?
Oh yeah, it was great. I got on my friend's shoulders, and no one got hurt. It was fantastic.
I was gonna say, was there any stage diving on that?
Yeah, shout out to my friend David Earl for keeping me safe on his shoulders and not dropping me.
I wanted to come and could not, but I was hoping that, and I was pretty confident that you'd have a good crowd and a good time with that. And I know the fans are glad to have a new record from you. Oh,
I'm so glad to finally have it out. And like I said earlier, there's a couple hits from way out in left field, but I want to show that kind of change. You know, I want to show that it's just not rock and roll that I'm doing. It's a variety of genres, and there's it takes a lot of tenderness and intensity to be able to put out good music.
All right.